Chime in with a haven't you people heard of closing a goddamn door? Remind yourself no, and remember that it's better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality, because Chwo is on the other air with another edition of Pantheon. I'm Deuce Silverado alongside Carl Featherbottom, and Carl, how do you face the awkward moments in your life?
With a loo-ree-loo-rah, cause sugar, I'm going down. Swinging!
Swinging, he says! And speaking of swinging, we've got so much swinging tonight! The action comes to a head! Our round-robin tiebreakers are here! Megan Dragonfruit are the Grocer and the Godmother. One of them will have a world title match at
Cowabunga!
Cowabunga! That's the word I was looking for. I thought it was tubular for a moment, but no, it is Cowabunga. That's right, it's all on the line here. Also, we're going to see the finale of the men's round robin. But we're first
Brad
going
faces
to
down
hear,
with Cyclops.
we're going to hear from Richard Zeus, who is going to address Bad Brad and Cyclops' altercation from last week. Carl, can you wait to hear it?
I am not able to wait to hear it, but I'm glad to know that I don't have to.
No, it's coming imminently.
It's coming up. It's coming here. It's coming in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door. It's much better to face these things with a sense of Chwo
and rationality.
Greetings, TWO fans. I hope you've been enjoying the incredible talent tonight. I'm sorry you had to see the beating that transpired with Bad Brad and my new enforcer, Cyclops. As I noted, I really need to make sure that we're getting the best product for you all. You're doing such a fantastic job of supporting this incredible organization, and so we need to give you the best. And I'm afraid Bad Brad just hasn't lived up to that. So you saw what you saw. Now, Bad Brad, you say you want to earn your spot in TWO. Well, the time has come. You, Cyclops, ladder match. TWO's Cowabunga pay-per-view. Let's see what happens, buddy. If you want to show up and actually be a man and kick some ass, or let that little tail of yours wiggle between your legs, strangely, as you cower into the darkness. It's your choice, Bad Brad. Good luck.
So you may be thinking to yourself, with Cowabunga coming up and the season ending, what will I watch all summer? The answer is Slaw!
Slaw? Salem Action Wrestling? Salem League Action Wrestling?
Salem League Action Wrestling, and we are going to get a preview tonight with three up-and-comers, probably the future stars of Chwo, one of them being the most putrid wrestler of all time in Lord Dump.
Yeah, Lord Dump, a Slav veteran, occasionally able to creep and claw and stink his way into the big leagues. Nothing against you, Slaw. Slaw is an exciting league. It is where the ingenuity and creativity that drives and fuels TWO is developed, honed, and harnessed.
It is where the young talent goes to cut their teeth, bound together by mayonnaise.
Yeah, Hell's Bells were Slaw veterans. Lord Dump. We've got many a Slaw veteran who's made their way up to TWO, up to Pantheon. But Slaw itself, just non-stop entertainment, wrestling entertainment for you wrestling fans all summer long.
Well, we've seen Lord Dump, but we are going to see the TWO debut now of Riley Flash.
Riley Flash, not a spring chicken per se, but in wrestling terms, still a developing talent, but he has been tearing up Salem League Action Wrestling.
Tearing up Salem League Action Wrestling, indeed. I loved him in Tombstone. He was fantastic.
Oh, that's interesting. I enjoyed him as the narrator in The Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah, he was fantastic in that role as well.
Yeah.
Both times that mustache heavily featured.
Now, I also know that at one time he was in Cocoon, but he is much more svelte now than he was then.
Yeah, far svelter, less diabetic, I believe.
That's exactly right. Whatever, Riley Flash, jacked up, ready to go, and wearing his best wrestling suit.
Yeah, the signature orange of Riley Flash.
And that music, we hear it, it could only mean one thing. He hasn't collected all his Dragon Balls, but he's collected enough to get to TWO tonight. It's Goku!
Goku! Wrestler whose career I have not been following. I do understand that he has a friend who occasionally sheds weighted armor.
That's true. His friend is named Piccolo, after the flute. That is not as heavy as his weighted armor.
But nonetheless, Goku is here. There are explosions around him. He's hitting himself in the face. He's punching nobody. He is ready for action.
That's every single thing you said is true. And Goku, a relative recent addition to Slaw, seen at one of our Royal Rumbles here in TWO. Occasionally goes Super Saiyan, which has destroyed multiple rings. But an exciting, incredible athletic talent Goku is.
Just the size of that hair. How do you imagine the hair stays that way, Carl?
Animation.
Well, there you go, folks. Animation, as always, is the answer. Lord Dump, helmeted and ready to go. Riley Flash, mustached and ready to go. Goku,
and the fourth wrestler,
big.
Jacoby. Oh, wait, no. He doesn't have a horse in this race. He'll call it straight as a bullet.
Yeah, right down the middle, or straight down the third.
Straight down the... Yeah, it's like a peace sign, so it bifurcates.
Straight down the bifurcation.
That's right. And Lord Dump trying to assert his experience over the more green wrestlers of Goku and Riley Flash. Not working.
It is, though, because he's going right for that kendo stick under the ring. He knows that in a triple threat there's no disqualifications, but no, he has thought better of using it and will just use his foot.
Yeah, he picks up the kendo stick, he realizes that it's literally just a stick, and he uses something stronger.
He's got those metal plates on his boots, so that probably does hurt more, but Goku with a kendo stick strike, but Riley Flash with a side suplex taking care of that. And now locking horns with Lord Dump. Sent into the corner, another big boot from Lord Dump.
Yeah, asserting himself. He could end this triple threat pretty quickly just with his noxious fumes.
He's trying. Kicking out so that Riley Flash can get away from how bad he smells. Goku with a boot of his own.
And will we see Goku go Super Saiyan tonight?
I don't know. What are you saying?
What am I saying? I'm saying super things about Goku, about Slaw, about TWO, and about visual concepts. Find them on TikTok or somewhere else, maybe.
They are on TikTok, definitely doing a thing.
And Goku with a big drop against nobody except himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Just got a lot of air. That's why they're still in Slaw. Getting those skills honed. He will not be missing for the future. Big power slam from Riley Flash, though. And now getting ready to take on Lord Dump. Escaping Lord Dump. And also, but Goku with a little club to the back of the head. The action's fast. It is furious, but not too fast and too furious.
Neither too fast nor too furious. Riley Flash pulling out some of the moves that he learned while shooting Mr. Baseball.
And here he goes. Lord Dump once again kendo sticking his way. And that's that time connecting right to Riley Flash's head, but forgot about Goku. Not for long.
Now, is that
Goku-
the second kendo stick, or did the first one roll off the ring and then around the ring to the side?
I assume that the gravitational pull of the literal Christian hell beneath the ring pulls in all weaponry.
It's true. All the magnetic fields have been destroyed and obliterated inside the Boston Dome.
And Riley Flash taking out the arm of Lord Dump, and there's Goku with a wrap-up forearm to the back. And now just a punch. We got to teach this Goku kid some wrestling moves. Not getting a whole lot done right now. Oh, there we go!
There it
Flying
is.
Neck breaker connects.
He heard you. He wanted to show Deuce what he's made of.
He has gotten not a new kendo stick. This is a repeat kendo stick, and it has found the mark on Lord Dump. We've got one, and only one, because Riley Flash is there to break it up.
Yeah, in a flash, Riley Flash fresh off of regaling Jacoby with tales of shooting Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, is he Smokey or the Bandit?
He might have just been a best boy grip.
The best boy. That's the kind of Goku almost dropping Lord Dump right on his head. Lord Dump getting over at just the right moment, and outside and dazed is Riley Flash now in control.
And Lord Dump spreading some of his fumes across near the fans. They're not going to love that. That doesn't play in Boston the way it does in Slaw.
That's true. The people in Salem can smell anything. They just love the sensation, good or bad. Just make them feel something.
That's exactly right. They say, help us remember we're alive. And Slaw delivers.
That's Slaw. And Riley Flash.
Riley Flash
getting the ring steps. And what's he got in mind? A long trip around, trying to sneak behind Jacoby, forgetting that this is all legal. 1, 2, Riley Flash almost lost this match, taking his time, and now the steps are in the ring. No one using them, but a spine buster to Lord Dump and a cover.
And Jacoby busts his head against the steps. Riley Flash bumping into them, possibly injuring his elbow.
Jacoby does not seem to feel any effect at all. Has Jacoby been into the wrestling powder?
Jacoby, either on the wrestling powder or some kind of superhuman.
1, 2, broken up by Lord Dump.
Everything
and now he's signaling for Riley to come up. Oh, signaled a little too much. He literally asked for that clothesline.
And what is... I feel like...
Missing with the kendo stick. Riley, a series of gut punches. Gut-wrench suplex.
I feel like this is Chekhov's or maybe Dick Zeus's kendo stick. There is a promise being made by that kendo stick that it is going to figure into the end game of this triple threat.
Provided it does not get sucked back under the ring.
Yeah, or out of the entire dome. The magnetic fields are all haywire.
That's right. I feel as though my magnetic field may be drifting off right now.
Get them together because there are 69 love songs for us to sing tonight.
Oh boy. We got 1, 2, and a kick out.
Goku kicks out, no help from Lord Dump.
Lord Dump outside of the ring taunting as Goku hits the neck breaker on Riley Flash, and now going for those ring steps. No! Riley Flash taking out the knee. Can you go Super Saiyan if your knee has been turned inside out?
I think you can, because I think it just comes from a part of the spirit.
Now, don't you have to have your friend Veggie Tales?
Something like that.
Okay. And double noggin knocker.
That may not be Super Saiyan, but that was super impressive.
Unfortunately, for Riley Flash, Lord Dump not only stinks, but wears a giant metal helmet during his matches.
It really...
Reversing the chokeslam is Goku, though.
And Riley Flash really locked in on those steps.
Trying to get him, also failing once again.
You know, it must be. It was a couple months back that Riley Flash at a Slaw match was able to win completely with a step that he pulled off. So he, I think, has fallen a bit in love with that move.
It's a rookie mistake. And he is going under the ring.
What is there?
And
It's the
found
chair.
the chair. But Goku is on the outside. Lord Dump is on the outside. There's no one to hit but Jacoby, so he is going to the outside.
And we
And
have
absolutely missing with the chair.
just a horrendous series of misses. This
now
one's a
just-
tough one to miss for Lord Dump, though.
Lord Dump needs to be careful because as soon as he drops Goku, there's a man with a chair and
Oh!
he smacked him with it.
And boom goes the
Now
chair
lining him up.
dynamite.
Smacking him again. And now Goku actually saving Lord Dump's life. I think there was
To his own
murder in
detriment.
the eyes.
Yeah, Lord Dump pays him back with a throw into the ring. Lord Dump in control right now in the center of the ring. But this is anyone's match. They are just going for glory. They are going for the honor of Best in Slaw in this match. All three of them want to move up to Pantheon, to TWO.
In the meantime, Goku stringing together these suplexes, these two-bone suplexes.
Right on the junk of Lord Dump.
That is where you
Debilitating
grip
the
one.
Lord from the nuts.
And now a big power bomb, and we've got
This
One.
gotta be it.
two. No,
Kicked
a
out.
kick out from Riley Flash.
Riley Flash showing off some of the moves that he used to use as one of the hosts of 2020.
And now holding, and waiting for the crowd participation that's not coming, so he just drops the suplex.
Yeah, but someone's got their This Is Awesome sign up in the audience. They loved it. And somebody else has their Snickers sign. I'm hungry. I want Snickers, because TWO is brought to you by Snickers.
Hey, do you smell that? It's Lord Dump. Have a Snickers anyway.
That's the slogan. And it's about to... Oh! There can
kendo
only
stick's
be one kendo
splintered.
stick.
There's kendo stick all over the ring. Lord
But
Dump
kendo sticks are like Highlanders. There can be only one.
unable to walk right now. And here comes Riley Flash with the chair. Lord Dump is miraculously healed.
Lord Dump has healed. Goku once again fails to pull off a move. The kendo stick again not being used. It's
the
all
chair
going
is-
according to plan.
Opening up for Goku to send him to the corner. Oh, no, not to the corner, to the rope. And then off
You
the rope.
gotta
and
wonder
just
if
colliding with
Goku's moves are a little too slow to get pulled off in the fast-paced
Oh
environment.
my God! He super kicked his way out of peril there. 2 and a kick out. That was almost it. Lord Dump thought that he was going to end Goku and got a face full of foot for the trouble.
And
in the
instead,
meantime,
he
Riley
opened
Flash
the
is
door.
now in charge of Goku's life. Going back to the ring, finding no steps,
His favorite, the step.
and
and
this time
lands it.
connecting.
Metal on metal.
It's gonna ring some bells, but a clothesline from behind has Riley down. Lord Dump with a back suplex.
And Riley Flash going to his other best friend, the chair. Blocked
Now-
by
nope.
Jacoby.
After failing to leave the ring, no, he does want the chair after all. He had some thoughts. Maybe he thought he needed to go back down and get the ring steps, but they're working back on that injured leg of Lord Dump and taking
You're
Goku into the
seeing
corner.
here both the inexperience, but also the potential of these Salem League action wrestlers.
And now, what? Riley Flash going to empty the bottom of the ring of all its plunder and just smashing Goku's face with that chair. But look at that! Not a
First
hair
chair
on
was
the place on
vented. He
Goku.
wanted a good new chair, and he got it.
That hair that may have been acted as a helmet of sorts. That's
Now
just
it's looking-
again just a little too slow to connect with the chair.
Yeah.
Goku not working in our dimension.
And Riley Flash now showing off some of the moves that he used to work on the shoot for his video for Achy Breaky Heart.
Riley Flash trying to get Lord Dump in the
Sandwiching
corner.
in
but
Jacoby.
Jacoby's in the way, and
Jacoby
now
is
Lord
trapped.
Dump able to reverse it.
Jacoby was trapped, but he was enjoying it, that freak.
Being that close to Lord Dump. Oof.
What a frickin' sicko.
What a freaking sicko. In the meantime, Riley Flash outside taunting as Goku goes to work trying to slow Lord Dump down once again. Maybe remind him that his leg hurts. Bulldog from behind!
Bulldog from behind. I've experienced that myself, but it was just my friend's dog.
Now, Riley Flash getting a fresh set of ring steps and putting it down. No,
Yeah, just
picking it up.
he's evaluating. He's a connoisseur of the step.
It's got to be, he doesn't want to hit someone with one that he's already dented on Lord Dump's head. Lord Dump hitting a huge move, but he caught his leg on that. Riley Flash with a chair. This could be it if he just can make the pin. No, Lord Dump up somehow.
Lord
Are we
Dump.
going to see a DDT onto those steps? We are.
Oh, and Riley Flash, despite our doubts, maybe it took advantage of the step.
1, 2, no! A kick out from Lord Dump.
And Riley Flash still in control. Goku down for the count. Can Riley Flash do it?
Second rope, hitting that double axe handle on a prone Goku, and now Spine Buster. We've got
This has got to be it.
2, 3. Lord Dump forgets to go in and break it up. He's very upset with himself. Riley Flash is your winner. And if you want to see more action like this from between these folks, we will have them on twice a week, twice a month, every other week, all summer on Slaw.
Salem League Action Wrestling's finest on display here. Riley Flash, he of the ringside step, showing off all of his moves from all of his movies and music videos and news shows here tonight.
I gotta tell you, he looks great without the walking cane.
Absolutely. So, Deuce, you got any summer plans?
Oh, I was gonna kind of strap my head. Oh, we're going live backstage. And that is Cyclops, and he has found Bad Brad. And this is the testing that Richard Zeus alluded to earlier. Now, of course, he has challenged Bad Brad to a contract over a ladder match at Cowabunga. And
but now they are just
unfortunately-
backstage with all the AV equipment. And
there's the
first
shovel.
shovel.
Oh, that shovel.
The shovel of pain, the shovel of death, the shovel that ended the documentary career of one German man.
I've got a big announcement coming up in the next couple weeks. Let's just say it involves CrossFit, it involves Authority Corp, and it involves yours truly.
Hey Otis, I'll send Authority Corp your business card. Oh wait, who's he motioning to?
Well, whoever he is not getting to the ring soon enough. The Prophet not happy with the loss.
Wait, it's Authority Corp!
Authority Corp is in. Oh, it looks like they are sealing an alliance or at least a first-round interview right now. Oh my goodness.
We are forming the Heart Foundation and Authority Corp with the face of the Ultimate Manager, the engine that churns out their horrible deeds one after another. We are going to see you at Cowabunga in a War Games match.
Seth Fillmore Otis here, and I got a couple of things to say. I have a few announcements. Most importantly, the deal's been struck between CrossFit and Authority Corp. Let's just say that CrossFit is now owned by Authority Corp. And so far, things have been pretty sweet. Might need to change my look up a little bit, but it's all for the greater good. No longer is Authority Corp or CrossFit gonna be short on people. You see, it's now a dual recruitment operation. I've been receiving these in the mail once every hour on the hour, and business has been good. Now, going forward, Authority Corp won't have any trouble finding people. And CrossFit, the classes will always be full. It's about synergy. It's about pain. It's about prosperity. Ultimately, I just want to say, private practice, we're starting to edge in on our territory. We can't abide that at Authority Corp, so look out. We're coming for you.
I hear the beating of my heart. Been training, got to do my part. Authority Corp really sucks, and now it's time to take them down. And for War Games, we've built up a team. And now I'm the one who's representing alone. At first, I was really great on my own, and then I successfully made a pair with PP. But now that our foundation's grown, how will I wrestle alone? How will I wrestle alone? I don't know how they got E Honda, and then he came and took my belt. So now I face this CrossFit fucker. Seth Fillmore Otis is who I've been dealt. To get an advantage we badly need, to beat those empty suits filled with greed. Let's go. Whoa, whoa. Oh, tonight I've got to go in on my own. With foot face I will meet those corporate dipshits. But this future is still unknown. How will I wrestle alone? How will I wrestle alone? Now I must wrestle alone. Now I must wrestle alone. Alone. Alone.
The advantage in War Games is on the line as Seth Fillmore Otis takes on the amazing fun time steed Carl. Tell us more.
This is a huge match. The rivalry between Private Practice and Authority Corp has been brewing since season 2, back when Private Practice's Dr. Michael Romano was forced to do medical work that was not in line with his ethics for Authority Corp. It has going back all the way to his younger days with his rivalry with Big Boss. And then E Honda took the Employee of the Month belt from the amazing Fun Timestein. And it is all going to come to a head at Cowabunga. Private Practice and Authority Corp facing down in War Games. But the advantage of one extra wrestler will be determined tonight between the amazing Fun Timestein and the newest member of Authority Corp, Seth Fillmore Otis.
That's right. If Seth Fillmore Otis wins, ostensibly Authority Corp gets an advantage where they will have a competitor enter the ring first after the first two begin, and then it will go back and forth. But for that moment of time, Authority Corp will outnumber Private Practice. But if Fun Timestein wins, then that advantage goes to Private Practice. And it could mean everything. It's a lot of momentum and a lot of damage that can be dealt before the last competitor enters the ring in a War Games match.
Yeah, and who do you want to get the advantage, TWO Faithful? Let us know in the chat. Hashtag War Games, hashtag Advantage, hashtag Visual Concepts. Auto on TikTok, JJ is telling us that the fans want Private Practice to get it. They are winning the social media war right now. But this War Game will be fought in the ring, not in a visual concept.
Of course, they got the support of the people. Seth Fillmore Otis, having joined up with Authority Corp, how do you think that works for him? He's, I guess, as you know, there's not much difference between the CrossFit zealot and the... Oh, no, he's got his nose, and that nose is gone!
Yeah, got your nose. One of the moves that Fun Timestein also whips out at children's birthday parties, but he does the cleaner version there.
Seth Fillmore Otis, upset the loss of nose, has gone on the offensive.
It was actually a trick. He did keep his nose.
Wearing the proper Authority Corp tie, however, going sleeveless. I don't know if that fits in with their MO. We'll have to tell. I can see that he is wearing 0 belts. I can only assume that the Big Boss stole his.
Yeah. Seth Fillmore Otis joining Authority Corp. He recognized that they have an ultimate manager. He aspires to be the ultimate trainer for CrossFit. And truly, he's kind of been a wrestler looking for his foothold in this league. And I think with the recent downsizing at Authority Corp, there was a vacuum he could fill.
There you go. If by downsizing you mean the defection from Tuber, who stood up against Authority Corp once and for all last week, then I would say, yes, I agree. But he is far more violent than Tuber, far more zealous about his CrossFit regimen, and he is connecting with an elbow!
And he's far less sleeved.
Yeah, 0 sleeve. What? Did Tuber wear sleeves? Yeah, I guess Tuber did wear. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Another big difference between Seth Fillmore Otis and Tuber. Seth Fillmore Otis has one eye. Tuber covered in eyes.
Yeah, that is true. And right now, Fun Timestein doesn't care how many eyes he's got. He's got something in mind for Seth Fillmore Otis, and that is just ripping his elbow out.
Now, you have to wonder, going into War Games, Private Practice already has Dr. Michael Romano, already has Lyle Guard, and everybody's brother. The amazing Fun Timestein will be there as well. And they're bringing in Footface. Would one more advantage be too much?
It could be. We will find out at the Season 3 finale, Cowabunga! Sunday,
and Cowa Oucha is what Fun Timestein probably said just now.
It was weird that he said it, honestly.
Cowa Oucha. That's synergy.
Well, if there's one thing Fun Timestein knows, it's how to synergize with whatever group he's working with. I still respect the heart on the outfit. I respect coming out with the stethoscope despite himself having no cardio training.
He is potentially moving into a lab role in the future at Private Practice. This I'm told through medical sources.
The nose is gone a second time. How can a man lose 2 noses in a match? Ask Seth Fillmore Otis. I'm sure he'll love to tell you it.
Well, there are two noses on every face. There's the right nose hole and the left nose hole. Those are separate noses.
Those are, I thought that they were always the same nose. It was just a singular nose.
My dad taught me they're separate noses. He used to steal multiple noses off my face.
And armbar locked in, and Fun Timestein could be in trouble, and so could the advantage for Private Practice if Fun Timestein can't get to those ropes.
Ooh, the brute strength of Footface.
Absolutely dumping Seth Fillmore Otis, but now he's going right back to it.
Quickly reverse.
Does Fun Timestein realize how close his foot is to the rope? He's facing in the wrong direction. He may not have a great sense of spatial relation. He's going to power his way out of it a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Huge drop kick.
The amazing Fun Timestein knows what's on the line. He wants that advantage for his team, the Hart Foundation, bringing together Private Practice with two of the toughest men's wrestlers in TWO.
That is correct. And what is also correct is that Seth Fillmore Otis has got a pin cover. 1, 2. No, it's going to take more than a clothesline to keep Fun Timestein down. It took some
Fun Timestein
real
getting
cheating
right back down
on the part of E Honda to wrestle that Employee of the Month championship away from him.
Fun Timestein, previously the sole holder of the Employee of the Month belt, had held it for 6 months. Thought he would be together with that belt forever.
Nothing lasts forever, but that drop kick lasted just enough time to plant Fun Timestein into the floor. Seth Fillmore Otis in total control.
It was actually not
wrenching the
just
neck.
the floor, Deuce. That was the hardest part of the floor.
That's right, the hardest part of the floor, which, as we know, is the floor. And you
That's
know
where they
what hurts the
concentrate
most is having your neck wrenched on the floor. But no, Fun Timestein tried to make a comeback, but that's a lot of damage out there. And
Fun
Seth
Timestein,
Fillmore
the
is
more
now
decorated
back
wrestler.
rake. There is not a more devastating move, Carl, than the back rake.
Yeah, it tickles and it hurts.
And he is shooing away. No, he's not content to wait for this count out. He's coming out to do more damage, and that's going to be... No, it's not going to be his downfall.
Could be both of theirs.
What? That armbar on the outside. He cannot tap on the outside, and it hurts so much more when it's being done on the hardest part of the floor.
Hardest part of the floor and right into the side of the ring as well. He was just kind of sandwiched in there. Fun Timestein having maybe his roughest go yet in TWO. Private Practice does not want to see this right on the eve of Cowabunga.
No, he's at a certain point you have to wonder if he's going to be in shape to be in the match, not if there's going to be an advantage.
It's all on the line here. The man's life is on the line. Seth Fillmore Otis normally raising people up, inspiring them to higher levels of fitness, but he could be ending Fun Timestein's entire life, which does not get you in shape when you're dead.
That is the influence of Authority Corp, as once again, now rubbing his face into the Power Team Studios sign as he pulls up the arm and shoulder and elbow of Fun Timestein.
And this is a really low blow from Authority Corp here. Fun Timestein's closest ally, his partner Michael Romano, as we all know, had his arms dislocated mid-match. Fillmore Otis trying to do the same to the amazing Fun Timestein.
And do you make the arms of all of the Hart
What
Foundation?
are you gloating about, Fun Timestein? You have had your ass destroyed this whole match.
Well, he got out of it, and he was happy to be, and now he's back in it. And that neck, once again, being worked on by Seth Fillmore Otis.
Chiropractor move.
And the chiropractors, of course, the natural enemies of the cardiologists.
Yeah, there can only be one C medical practitioner.
That's true.
And once again, Fun Timestein playing to those fans. Will this be to his detriment, or can he turn this match around?
Oh, that knee right to the face connects. Seth Fillmore Otis going to the top. What's he got in mind? Frog Splash connects.
You are not going to have a fun time when that happens on your body.
He calls that the hopper, and he's got 2, and he's got 3.
No!
Fillmore
Wow!
Otis with the hopper has gotten the advantage for Authority Corp. Oh, that's bad news.
Talk is probably blowing up. We'd have to ask JJ for sure. But right now, Private Practice is scrambling. They needed that advantage. They wanted that advantage, and they do not have it. Authority Corp in control, headed into War Games at Cowabunga.
Cowabunga! It feels weird to be excited about it with Authority Corp having won. I feel like I should be more bummed out.
Seth Fillmore Otis finally generating some feelings in the audience. Maybe not the ones he wanted, but at least they noticed him.
They see him, they are booing him, and they're all waiting for him to get his comeuppance at Cowabunga!
So I actually have a lot of free time this summer.
You want to go to a slaw match?
Are you going to be there?
I might.
Well, that sounds potentially great.
Potential.
And now again, Yogi is fixated on Dead Skull.
As he should be. There are no second place finishes in the Battle Royal. There he goes!
Dead Skull is out. Yogi Terra's thrown out Dead Skull.
Here is Yogi Terra, who has earned this shot and wants to bring that Employee of the Month championship back to the yoga studio. The Bikram Bash connects. Do we have a new Employee of the Month? 1, 2, no!
Yogi Terra
Wait a minute, that's
showing up. Who's that? What is happening here? Dead Skull.
That's Dead Skull. Dead Skull is his partner in the Blind Tag Challenge.
And that disqualified Yogi Terror. And now he's got Heel Pie in his own team's corner. Perhaps the hatchet's been buried between him and Yogi Terror. We will see tonight. Yogi Terror probably getting a little impatient at Dead Skull, waiting for a tag. And it could be it. Whoa, 2. And that is it! Yogi Terror, late to get in the ring. Dead Skull and Yogi Terror clearly bathing in bad blood tonight. Oh my gosh, Yogi Terror takes his fist to the skull of Dead Skull. He is not happy that Dead Skull didn't tag him in. He is not happy that they are eliminated from the men's tag team tournament.
A grudge match for the ages as Dead Skull takes on Yogi Terror. Dead Skull right back into it. This is the Shavansa submission, and this time it's too much. Dead Skull taps out. Yogi Terror takes this round, but I don't think we've heard the last out of these two. The first time was not enough. Yeah, Dead Skull wants a little bit more. And Yogi Terror, Dead Skull right into the face of poor Jacoby.
That wicked little Yogi Terror, why did he put me in such pain? I want to never lose again. Maybe I should go attack him. Here I go. Ah!
What is it, Dead Skull?
I want a rematch.
A rematch. You'd like to lose again?
No. Extreme rules.
Extreme rules. You found quite the opposite of inner peace. Bring anything you'd like. You'll be no match for my kendo stick.
That's what it is! Extreme rules! If it's gonna be extreme, then I'll grab a weapon.
Dead Skull,
What?
save it for the ring. We'll have the weapons there. And it'll be a fight to the death.
Hey, Deadband, I want to show you my new attack. Look what happens. Wait till you learn. Sorry.
Yogi Terror takes on Dead Skull in an Extreme Rules rivalry match. Will it be settled tonight, Carl?
I don't know if this will ever be settled between these two. They are polar opposites. Dead Skull, an agent of terror and chaos. Yogi, an agent of terror and yoga.
That is the literal definition of opposites right there. As Yogi Terra flying in from the sky, blessing us with his presence. I don't know. He's here.
There's a lot of inner peace and there's a lot of outer pain coming from Yogi Terror. And he has dealt quite a lot of it onto Dead Skull, but it has been returned. The two of these just can't seem to get over their grudge. Going back all the way into season 2, Dead Skull, one of them threw the other one out of the ring in a Royal Rumble, and then it was Battle Royal, and then they broke up a number of each other's matches, and they are hopefully going to settle it all tonight. One wonders, when will the carnage end?
Well, maybe the carnage will end at the upcoming pay-per-view Cowabunga! Season finale. It's a season finale. You don't have to pay for it.
It's a season finale. It's a free per-view.
Free per-view. And speaking of free per-view, here's the Grim Freeper himself, Dead Skull.
And Dead Skull, a true nasty freak. He gets real freepy with it. And he's got his little lock on there. I don't know what it's locking up, but I think it's even more terror and pain that he could bring to Yogi Terror.
Gonna need to bring it. He's on a little bit of a losing streak to Yogi Terror lately. Not necessarily in the match, but just in the TWO tally. These two not letting each other have matches, not letting them get on with their lives. They seem to be inextricably linked and on a collision course with violence.
Yeah. Dead Skull ruining Yogi Terror's attempt to get the Employee of the Month belt. The two of them really, there are only two ways this ends, Deuce. Either in bloodshed, possible death, or they kiss. They hug.
Something like that. But now Dead Skull really taking it to Yogi Terror, giving up a lot of footage, but one, and only one. It's going to take more than that, and Dead Skull, I think, knew it. That seemed more of a taunting pin than a real attempt to end this thing early. As Dead Skull now gets him up for that suplex. Down he goes! Ankles clipping each rope on the way down because there's just so much size to Yogi Terra.
And again, this is an Extreme Rules match wherein the only rule is
pain.
That's right. Pain is the only rule. And pain rules here at Pantheon on TWO. Brought to you by Snickers.
Oh, did you just jump off the ropes and eat shit? Have a Snickers. It tastes better than the shit you just ate.
You hear that, Dead Skull? If you want a Snickers, it will help you and we will throw one to you.
Just signal to us. He's not signaling.
I don't think, is that a signal?
I don't think that was a suplex. And Yogi Terror over the top rope and down.
Showing off his agility. Don't let the length fool you. This man can twist and turn with the best of them.
Can he twist and shout?
Yeah, and he can also shake it a baby.
And he can ground and pound, and he can rearrange the furniture outside the ring.
He's got bad intentions, but Dead Skull has different ones.
Also bad, but they're different bad. It just, big
yeah, just
takedown.
Contrastingly bad.
And now it is Yogi Terra looking under the ring, and here comes
he found the table.
Nope, the cable is kicked. Yogi Terra having an absolute horrible time anytime he tries to get some furniture.
Yeah, and maybe that's karma telling him, the Yogi lifestyle is minimalist, and you're trying to maximize this ring. That's probably it. And the chaotic Dead Skull once again falls on nothing.
And that's the second time that Dead Skull has gotten himself into a lot of trouble by going big and coming up short, as Yogi Terra back in control of this match and hitting that supine suplex and then a knee drop right across the throat.
As Jimmy Cliff once said, the harder they come, the harder they fall. One and all, gonna say now, gonna say now.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that that kendo stick is connecting with the skull of Dead Skull. And Dead Skull!
Dead Skull
Just
puts the
taking
kendo
it right
stick
back
through the
because
junk.
It's right there in the name. The skull's already dead.
And the butt of Yogi Terror may be dead after those kendo stick beatings.
Dead ass.
Uh-oh. If
We're
you thought
upgrading
one
to a
stick was
baseball
hard.
bat. And no, now this time it's Yogi who grabs it. Yogi Taro at the bat. And Dead Skull
Ooh.
able to get himself out of a lot of trouble there. But right now, some quick strikes. And Yogi Terra back in control of this match. It keeps going back and forth. Carl, does it feel like a seesaw? Does it feel like a fight forever situation?
Yeah, it feels like one of those, in cartoons when there's a train cart and someone's going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down.
And up and down?
And up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's how this match is going. Up and down. But right now, Dead Skull is down.
And Yogi Terra is up and fully engaged on that ankle lock.
Yeah, he's doing, I believe that's the, I think the Savasana something.
No. That is a different thing.
Okay, well, it was Pretzel Logic. Yogi Terror, clearly a Steely Dan fan, just like me with his pretzel-y legs.
And Dead Skull looking for a chair, but gets caught. And this time it's Dead Skull who gets caught looking for furniture. Yogi Terra back in the ring after delivering, no, not going to the ring, going for a bat. Dead Skull getting out of harm's way, drop kick!
And Dead Skull, whether or not he wins this match, whether or not he comes out on top of this rivalry, I think he's won by getting in Yogi Terror's head and destroying his inner peace.
No, he is not at peace at all, and he has grabbed that kendo stick, but once again, Dead Skull able to fight his way out of a real bad situation.
And there he is, throwing the larger Yogi Terror into the corner. But is he going to get rid of his advantage?
We have got a sledgehammer, and could this be the end of the match? That is right to the face.
It's going to be hard to get into tree pose after that.
But he did get him with a spear, and now lining.
He calls that spear pose.
Does he? Okay.
Yep, I talked to him about it once a year ago.
Brainbuster connects from Dead Skull, and so does that kendo stick.
And Chekhov's kendo stick breaks over the torso of Yogi Terror.
And for the second time, 1, 2, tonight, the ring is full of the shrapnel of a kendo stick that gave its life so that two members of TWO might maim each other mercilessly.
And this has got to be a huge advantage for Dead Skull as he has shoes on.
You cannot overemphasize how big of an owie a splinter is. It's true.
That you will hear many a yogi say, fuck, after they get a splinter in their foot.
And that is not a thing that you typically hear yogis say otherwise.
No, they usually say om and things that sound like om.
Yeah, that's even how they curse. They just say, oh my goodness, man. What? A double underhook driver, and now going
Dead
up to the
Skull.
top is Dead Skull. What's he
In
got
control.
in mind? Insane elbow. We've got 1, 2, 3. Dead Skull gets the win.
Possibly settling his feud with Yogi Terror once and for all with that definitive victory.
Absolutely not. What this match needs is a rubber match. These guys need to fight again, is what I'm saying, Carl.
It really seems resolved at this specific moment. Deuce.
No. I am telling you that they need to wrestle again, and they probably need to do it at our upcoming show.
Well, you see, Dead Skull, the victor. Wait, see, here it is. This is the resolution that I assumed was coming.
Ow! Right in the junk. Just to emphasize that it is not, in fact, over.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I think you're right. This is not over, as though it had clearly seemed to me.
Is the monkey's mother your sister?
the monkey sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law. Okay, so it's a monkey nephew by marriage.
That's exactly right. There's a lot that we accept in the Featherbottom family.
We spend our whole lives looking for that special someone. But who's right for you? Introducing Quick Passion.
These days, it can be hard to find your perfect match, and I want the right person to be my human mirror. That's why I trust Quick Passion.
Rawr.
Every 45 days, somebody finds their special somebody on Quick Passion. That's what makes us the #1 service for when you're looking for something, I don't know.
I've been forced to end relationships with over 5 different women because they couldn't appreciate the sharpness of fresh steel. But with Quick Passion, they let me sort with over 500,000 different criteria, including appreciation for a sharp knife. That's why I choose Quick Passion.
Quick Passion. We don't judge.
How to survive a runaway train. Place your feet flat on the floor. Tuck your head and arms into the seat in front of you. Begin to cry. Trains are natural INFJs and will stop to comfort you through compassion and practical advice. Now you know how to survive a runaway train.
Going to the corner is Alco Maxicor, first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty of Azalco, Pikey of the Morning, Tournament Dragon. Oh, that's the magic missile!
And no one's ever come back from that.
1, 2, 3. The champion of Damocles remains Alzacabin Braxicor, first of his name, House Wizard of the Dynasty of Azalco.
Moose, last time he won right at this time, our entire feed got hijacked.
Oh my God, with Stark again. Ah! That is the Pain, a man who is almost certainly... Oh, hey, that's a choke slam to the Wizard. He clearly works for Authority Corp.
I am going to face the Pain. He better be there. I've called him out, and if not, it's not good to trifle with a wizard.
He's got something on his mind. He's been building toward this. He is filled with magic and a little bit of rage. Many different feelings in Altakar. I can't wait to hear what he has, the gifted champion, to unroll for us tonight.
Hey, yo, hey, Altakar. If the Pain won't answer your challenge, I will. Come try to break my crystal balls here!
James Gandalf Panini, who is not the Pain at all.
No, he is the Panini.
Right back into the Bon Appetit. Alcazar taps. James Gandalf Panini has defeated the champion of Damocles.
It needs to sleep this one off.
Piping of the morning.
The sword of the Bendraga Pass.
Orc Fiend, the Grim Teacher, wielder of the Oaken Staff.
What's going to happen here after Gandalf Panini?
That is a magic handshake. So Gandalf Panini, seemingly not put up to this, just wanted to test his witch's drought. And there go the lights again.
It's all out.
Richard
Is this
Zeus
it?
needs to pay the light. Oh, and
The
there's
Pain is here! The Pain is in the ring! Gandalf
Pain is
Panini is
fine.
gone!
Alcazar's just had a big match. He doesn't want any of the Pain right now.
And the Pain spears Alzacar out of the ring. Alzacar is on his heels.
The Pain striking a very similar figure to a certain big boss.
Okay, you've got this. You've got this. Hello! I am Alzacar Bimbraxicor the Wizard, first of his name, the Shard of the Moonlight, the chosen of Gathractriel, the Elven Prince, the slayer of the great dark ogre Margandrides. I am the dredger of the deep sea. I am the lighter of both candles. And I'm ready. Finally ready. I called you out the Pain. You didn't come. But in his own way, that James Gandalf Panini, the great wizard, came and showed me that even though we were not allies, we were more alike than I and you, the Pain. But then, as I was bested at least by one of my own kind, wizard kind, you came. And you, I will admit, frightened me, the great wizard. I wasn't ready for you. But next week, you come to me, and James Gandalf Panini comes to me, and we will have a triple threat for the belt of Damocles! And you will not get it. You will not get it, the Pain. I won't allow it to happen. Because you're a coward. And just because everything you do is terrifying to me doesn't make you not a coward. That's all I have to say. At least if James Gandalf Panini gets it, it'll be in the hands of a wizard. And maybe a wizard better suited to this realm than I. But I digress. I have finally found the most powerful sources of magic throughout time in your world. And I will be grasping at all the powers I can. And soon from a great master of the past, I shall learn the ancient techniques. And you will learn not to trifle with the wizard. You've done it once. You've done it twice. But third time will not be the charm for you, the Pain. And James Gandalf Panini, I respect you. I respect what you are. I respect that you're a wizard who's more connected to this realm than I've ever been, but I must fight for myself and my honor and the honor of magic. So I will find the powers of the past. And I will fight for my belt, for my dignity, and to defeat the Pain. I'm coming for you. Next week. Triple threat, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you tired of all the evil that's been lurking around TWO? Have you been wanting and waiting for something more? Well, get ready, because we're opening a new chapter. Chapter for good. She's always been here, and she'll always be here, looking out for each and every one of us. Blockbuster Britt, the one hero who's brave enough for two.
Blockbuster Britt. First, you hurt my chances of winning the tag team championship belts. Second, you hurt my tag team partner in Stunt Double. Next, I'ma hurt you, baby. And you better watch out, because this cat has claws. I'll see her in the ring. That's right, go get her.
Deuce Silverado and Carl Featherbottom here as we are taking a look backstage at Bad Brad still getting absolutely murdered by the Cyclops.
Yeah, they have moved to the parking garage. Fortunate for Bad Brad, they are right next to the ambulance.
Yeah, that is going to be very convenient if someone can get him into that vehicle. But otherwise, he's just going to slide off of mid-sized sedans.
You know, so it's going to be between the two of them at Cowabunga. Does Bad Brad have a chance?
But right now, we've got the Women's World Championship. Blockbuster Britt challenging Evil Anna. It's all on the line. The winner here faces the winner of our Fatal 4-Way main event at Cowabunga.
And this is another rivalry that has been stewing all the way back to season 1 of TWO. Blockbuster Britt, the queen of the big budget flick, the fun, the popcorn, the good times, the rock and roll. And Evil Anna, an indie starlet turned villain and absolute dominatrix of the women's division of TWO.
Not only that, but just a far more pretentious way of looking at the video renting scene. She would scowl at you if she were not the main character and were just an employee at a video store. When you decided that you wanted to rent Living in Oblivion because it had some color scenes in it.
That's a thing that happened to everyone.
All of us, yep.
Universal experience. Universal experience.
Among Us. I'll tell you who not among us, and that is Blockbuster Britt, who is there, and she is slowly approaching the ring, drinking in the moment. This could be one of the last minutes on this earth that she is not the women's champion of TWO.
She is ready for this. She is prepared for this. She has managed her Blockbuster schedule to make sure that she had tonight off. It's been circled for weeks. And
you gotta wonder.
Go ahead, yeah, Deuce.
Last
what do you
week,
wonder?
She took on Burly Girly.
She did.
And what shape is Burly Girly? And is Burly Girly going to be a factor in this match, or is Burly Girly still kind of upset at Evil Anna for setting the whole thing up?
It's a complicated but loving collegial relationship between Evil Anna and Burly Girly, and I, for one, do not pretend to understand it.
I didn't know they went to university together.
That is not what collegial means. Collegial means like a good relationship between two people who share a job. You know, like two announcers who have made summer plans together.
Oh, and the color is drained from your face, which means either you are not allowed on someone's houseboat or Evil Anna has arrived.
What? Evil Anna's arrived with Burly Girly? I'm upset and aghast. I thought she was hurt and resting.
Burly Girly making her way back out to be a factor in this match, I am certain, because Evil Anna, it's right there in her name, is evil.
And it's right there in her name. Anna is a palindrome. And palindromes kind of are the same front and backward, which tells me, could Evil Anna sometimes go good down the road?
Well, if she did, we would have to call her Anna.
Well, no, that would be a neutral Anna. Then she could become good Anna.
I think if it was neutral, you would have to like read the name from the middle out.
Oh yeah,
So
middle
it has to be
out compression.
nah.
One of the best forms of it. In Evil Anna and Burly Girly, whatever they are, they have patched up their little differences after last week. Burly Girly here to aid Evil Anna in defense of that gorgeous, amazing, storied belt.
And Blockbuster Britt waiting for her moment. Waiting here, raising her hand to the delight of the Boston Dome. They are also love the big budget flick, love an MCU movie, love an MCU tie-in, love going to their local fast food chain and getting a cup that's got an Iron Man on it.
Not if it's a KFC Famous Bowl.
Well, those bowls are famous.
They are famous, and they're famously intimidating. They just have too many good things in them.
There's too much stuff in the bowl.
Too much stuff in the bowl. It flows out of the bowl, and that includes the gravy, which is a little lumpy for old Featherbottom's taste.
You heard it here first, folks. You need smooth gravy to taste your Featherbottom. And we're off!
Baby. And Blockbuster Britt is
just
tasting her own Featherbottom.
And Evil Anna twisting her around. Now this is Evil Anna has been testing herself, even as an evil champion. Blockbuster Britt only recently coming back, as there's still a little rust despite the match with Burly Girly.
Yeah, I mean, she's mainly spent her time standing behind a Blockbuster counter, taking DVDs that people put in the Dropbox, recommending Iron Man 2 over and over and over again.
And I gotta tell you right now, she is in big trouble, but Evil Anna, not taking this challenge very seriously, could find herself in trouble as she goes to the top rope.
Evil Anna did have one loss in this season. That was when she tried to take the tag championship from Hell's Bells.
That is the elevated drop kick hits, and now just missing. And Evil Anna able to get a little clip, or excuse me, Blockbuster Britt able to clip the knee and work on a little bit of offense here. And you'll see a lot of offense at Cowabunga!
Yeah, you will see the winner of this match taking on the winner of tonight's main event, the women's round robin tiebreaker fatal four-way.
We got one, and only one. Blockbuster Britt's gonna have to do a lot more, and I think she knows it.
Yeah, Blockbuster Britt, Evil Anna been feeling each other out a bit at the beginning of this match. Though they've fought a bunch of times, they need to know who they're
Big
fighting
running
tonight.
Power slam, and that's the kind of move that might be able to take Evil Anna out. Belly to belly!
But we have seen Evil Anna get hit before and come back stronger. It's gonna take something special to take the belt.
Oh, and missing with that elbow was Blockbuster Britt. Evil Anna, however, unable to capitalize.
Blockbuster Britt currently building a little bit of momentum.
Jumped to the outside. What a move by Evil Anna, who thought about coming off the ropes, but did instead casually slides down to deal out the violence more personally.
And slowly but surely, Evil Anna maybe turning this around. Nope, I'm wrong again.
Up into the air and nothing to catch her but the mat.
Yeah, she wanted her stunt double for that one, but Blockbuster Britt says, nope, you do your own stunts tonight.
And Burly Girly unable to be a factor in the match so far. They have kept it in the middle of the ring for the most part.
Blockbuster Britt telling folks that one of her inspirations is Tom Cruise.
Yep, Tom Cruise was definitely in a lot of movies that a lot of people saw.
Blockbusters, and not really anything else.
Yeah, it's one.
I guess Eyes Wide Shut maybe wasn't.
And Evil Anna thought she had a win there, but
did you like Eyes Wide Shut?
It was a little too close to home. Guillotine choke
with the masks
locked in.
Wait, did they shoot that at your house? Is that why it was too close to home?
I mean, they said that they wanted to do some weird sex stuff at the mansion, and I was like, yeah, sure.
By they, do you mean Stanley Kubrick?
Yes.
And Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise?
They showed up together.
And the guy who played that piano?
Oh, man. Funny story about that piano. Only one key works. He was trying to play a real song.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's piano keys not working was the other title of that movie.
Yeah. I tried to get him to use that, and they said, no, Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, that movie was not close to home for me. I, as you know, have never had sex.
Oh. You should try it sometime. Just say, hey, I've got a houseboat? That works so well.
Do you have to have a houseboat for that to work?
I always have.
Well, I'm excited to put that to the test. Because I don't have one. I have a Honda Fit. I have a very dented Honda Fit.
Can it float?
I don't want to test it.
All the way down to the floor? That may have moved the face off of Blockbuster Britt, who somehow found it in her gut to clothesline Evil Anna. These two are trying to murder each other, Carl.
The hatred is deep. It is not just about movies anymore. It's not just about the belt. It's about who has the better blonde hair.
Hey, who does?
I think Britt, because there's more of it.
Rolling her over, and there's the femme fatality locked in. And Jacoby's calling for the bell.
What?
Evil Anna has won and retained the championship.
That was fast from Jacoby. I wonder if Evil Anna or the actual devil from literal Christian hell was involved in the outcome of this match, because Blockbuster Britt. So she
absolutely
did
tapping out very rapidly.
Did tap out. Yeah, she did.
Jacoby,
I take it back, Jacoby. I think in this specific match, you've been on the level.
And Evil Anna on the level, and she awaits the winner of tonight's main event. Will she be facing the Grosser, Artemis T. Demoulas, the Godmother, or Megan Dragon Fruit at Cowabunga? Carl, we're going to find out at the end of the show tonight.
And my nipples are showing my excitement.
They really are. That's impressive.
It's a lot of it. These are basically pencil erasers.
Can you stab someone with that?
But I wouldn't.
Big boss, rock hard. Lyle may have his own business to attend to, but my cattle ranching daddy taught me, never start something you ain't gonna finish. That finishing I need to do is you. 2 men enter, 2 men leave. But one of us leaves a round robin tournament winner. The other, they leave a loser. Now, hang on, that's a harsh judgment. We'll say one of us leaves less of a winner than the other. No, that's not quite right either. A man is an assemblage of his efforts. Can't be fully judged on his performance in a tournament of sport. Well, but one of us will gain a shot at the title, and the other, well, the other will have to earn a title shot another way. After all, it's like my cattle ranching daddy used to say. Let's get some steakums.
Oh, look, it's a letter from Big Boss.
Tuber, I regret to inform you that your employment with Authority Corp is being terminated, effective immediately. Despite numerous warnings and opportunities for improvement, you failed to meet even my most basic expectations. It's clear to me that you're just not cut out for Authority Corp. Don't bother coming back to the office. Your things will be taken care of. But, as a parting gift, we've arranged for a limousine to take you to the airport. You'll be flying first class to the Bahamas, where you'll enjoy a 6-week vacation at an all-inclusive resort. All on my dime. Maybe some time away will give you a chance to reflect on your numerous shortcomings and figure out what comes next. Just don't expect to ever work for Authority Corp again. Best regards, Big Boss.
Wow, that was a little harsh. But now that I've been eliminated from the round robin tournament, I could use that trip to the Bahamas. Time to get packing. A book to help my mindset. A book to help my career. And of course, a book to find a new hobby. Oh, and I can't forget sunscreen, so I don't become a baked potato. I think I can fit one more thing. My friend Loaf, want to come? Yay! Traveling is lots of fun. I can't wait to be in the sun. Friends make everything better. We can learn a lot together. For me, Authority Corp wasn't a win, but a new adventure is about to begin.
The men's round robin could not be settled. And now it's on to Big Boss and Brock Hard. The winner will get that championship match. I'm sorry. I'm a little... I feel a little bit... I don't know what to say about what we've just witnessed.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk. Can you please, friend? Give me a minute. I just need to collect myself.
As Carl collects himself over the fate of Tuber, there is the man who engineered it.
It was just a potato!
Microwaved it, and all for his petty vengeance against a potato.
There's no way they did that on purpose. That was an accident.
That had the temerity to stand up for itself against a corporate dickhead.
Deuce Silverado, you cannot make that sort of accusation against possibly the future men's champion of TWO. And I, for one, they said Tuber was going on a vacation. Tuber went into that microwave. That microwave did explode. Tuber is no longer with us. But that could have been an accident.
Carl, everything that we've seen Authority Corp do, you think that that's the one that was an accident?
They train their employees hard. They fire people. Den's on a long vacation.
Is Den on a long vacation, or is Den in an exploded
Have you seen him?
No.
All right, so he's not back. It's a long vacation.
A permanent vacation.
You think he's gonna stay there? Lucky guy.
And there's that dickhead down to one belt and no suspenders as he awaits Brock Hard.
He doesn't have the belt he really wants.
Of Lyle Guard. If Brock Hard wins, it is Lyle Guard, his client, who will get the title shot at Cowabunga. I can't even say Cowabunga with any joy anymore because of what Authority Corp has done to Tuber.
Because of what happened to Tuber, the cause of which is still not completely substantiated.
Okay, Carl.
Thanks, Deuce. I need to live in a world with some doubt. here if I'm going to continue to do my job as a professional journalist.
Well, there is Brockhard, lawyer to the stars, lawyer to the lifeguards, and just a whole lot of man, and quite possibly the toughest competitor here, Inchwo.
Dudes, Tuber is just a potato. Tuber came into this league to make friends. Tuber is the sweetest. Tuber was the best of us, even though it was not of our species.
And, Tuber did make friends, helped R feel more human, even though
right.
Tuber was himself a
How is
potato.
R going to carry forward tonight?
That will.
The main event, the fatal four-way for the women's round robin championship, just like this men's round robin tiebreaker that's happening right now.
And the big boss, no remorse, and taking it right to that. There are not a lot of people that can take it right to Brockhard the way that he just did with that mush boot to the face. And now a delayed slam.
Right by the taint.
Well, he taint slammed him and then punched him right in the ear. And
Speaking
Brockhard,
of taint, that's how I feel about this match right now. It feels tainted by what we just saw.
Yeah, you can smell like the air of overdone starch. But we will never see starch leaked into this ring.
You can also smell Brockhard's taint.
That is a very pungent smell.
It's mixed with the overdone starch. It's really not what you want.
And there's still like a
I find myself
lingering.
finding a journalistic wind, though. At least.
There's a lingering bit of Lord Dump hanging in the air. It's not the best night to be in the Boston Dome in terms of aroma, but it's a great night for action as Brockhard fights back up from under and is in control of this match, sending the big boss into the boot.
Yeah, and just remember, Deuce, the stakes for this match could not be higher. If Big Boss wins, Big Boss faces down AR1 for the men's championship at Cowabunga. If Brockhard wins, Lyle Guard has 2 matches at Cowabunga because he's already in War Games.
He has accepted the War Games match. Could he be pulling double duty? 1 count there for Brockhard.
And Lyle Guard, looking on, that title was his. He was the first holder of the TWO men's single championship. And I think it's what he's always wanted. I think it's the only thing he wants. That and rules.
Well, it was his strict enforcement of his own rule set that led to his downfall as a champion. And now he seems to have regretted letting Brockhard fight his battles for him a little bit.
Perhaps, but Brockhard has done everything he can. He has worked hard to get to this point. Though Big Boss was done in by Tuber, and that's the reason we have this tie, Brockhard did everything that he needed to do for Lyle Guard.
And Brockhard now needs to honor the sacrifice, if you can call it that, of Tuber. Is it a sacrifice? And oh my God, the Big Boss just ran through the ropes and ate
almost
shit.
all potatoes do ultimately get eaten.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, like, how many of them have made friends with alien life forms and have
one that we know of?
One.
So at least one. I would say at least one.
Yeah, was there a
and
percentage?
we might find out about more potatoes making more friends with Alien in just 2 weeks at TWO's season finale, Cowabunga!
Cowabunga! Oh, I had a little bit of joy that time.
Yeah, no, I'm finding my win because we are professional journalists.
And because in the spirit of Tuber, I want to enjoy this sport, and I want to enjoy Big Boss getting absolutely shit-kicked by Brockhard.
Mm-hmm. And in the spirit of Tuber, I've got a pillow right here by my side.
Maybe nap time pretty soon. It might be nap time for the Big Boss. That big slam connects.
And Big Boss...
Brockhard with a DDT.
So much going right now for Big Boss. So much going with the liftoff that he put right there, sitting down on the head of Brockhard.
And now just laying in those kicks and a big clothesline. And Brock Hart up before the taunt can even finish, but it did not. Big Boss still able to lay control of Snake Eyes.
In the clutches of Big Boss, in the clutches of Authority Corp. No help yet coming from Lyle Guard.
Fighting out of the corner. Power bombs down.
And the Ultimate Manager getting up right by the turnbuckle.
Jacoby, unable to make the count. Big Boss has been down for about 3.5 years now. And Jacoby finally counting 1, 2, and a kick out because of course there was.
That was the longest count I think I've ever seen, or longest pin.
And right now, the Big Boss has... All right, nope.
And the Ultimate Manager, who himself has a full docket coming at Cowabunga. His surf's up for him. He is going to be the face, or the heel, maybe, of Authority Corp in War Games.
And there you have it. And up and drops again with another power bomb. Ultimate Manager once again trying to make, but 2. Still counted 2. Ultimate Manager unable to distract Jacoby, but it didn't matter.
Trying to utilize bureaucratic process to delay those counts.
Brock Hart now in trouble.
Ultimate Manager knows everything about how to slow crap down.
And there is the severance. That could be it. 1,
Brock Hart in a
2,
pin.
and a kick out at 2.
Lyle
And
Guard.
now a little bit of frustration on the face of Big Boss as
The
Lyle
question is,
Guard
will
looks
Lyle
on.
Guard fight fire with fire? Will he try to do something to protect his champion, Brock Hart?
Diving clothesline connects. Out of the range of anyone to help either of these competitors. They are squarely on the TWO.
Squarely on the TWO, squarely throwing each other up and down all around the ring. Brock Hart now with the upper hand. Or should I say the upper elbow?
2! Is he going to go for a third?
Towards
Absolutely.
the charm!
And now...
That was the
signaling to the crowd that he's a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer. Don't make jokes about me. I've heard them all.
Yep, bad time to do that because there's that shoulder breaker.
Brock Hart's very hard head smashed onto
And a big
the mat.
power bomb of his own. These two are throwing absolute bombs at each other, including power bombs, and now just stomping away at Lyle Guard's representation, Brock Hart.
Kind of rubbing his boot on the junk of Brock Hart. What a disrespectful move.
Also, it's going to get
reversed
taint smell right all over the sole.
And that's funny because while his shoe has a sole, Big Boss might not.
Well, you can't do what he did to Tuber and have a sole, that's for sure.
Wait, you're saying he did that to Tuber?
Yes, he did that to Tuber.
He wasn't right there when it happened.
He did that to Tuber.
It is a tragic loss. You cannot overstate the loss that is that potato being, overheated to the point of explosion.
Overheated to the point of explosion. That should describe the Boston Dome crowd metaphorically. 1, 2, no! Instead of literally a potato.
And Brock
that was
Hart,
sentient and sleepy and just the best of us all. That potato taught me what it was to be human. Brock Hart, get your head out of your ass and defeat this man.
Brock Hart doing everything he can, even though if he wins, it's not his title shot that's coming. This is a lawyer with clearly strong ethics, but also not a strong chance of getting out of this.
But also a very strong belt buckle, which has
But
yet to
also
come into play.
a full shelf of law books.
Catching himself in the right. Nope. Caught. Dropped across the top rope.
That's gonna burn.
Just tossed into the corner.
Big Boss
What
in
power
full
from
control
the
right
Big
now, but
Boss.
let's remember that this control should not have happened. He was pinned for a full 6 or 7 seconds, but only got to a 2 count because of Authority Corp's underhanded moves.
Absolutely, and now there it is. The skeleton key is locked in. Oh, it's in
Brockhard,
deep.
this is a tough one to get out of.
Brockhard is
This
in the
was what
middle. He's
beat
got a
him in
tap,
the
but he
round
does.
robin.
We are going to see the Big Boss face AR1 for the men's championship at Cowabunga. There is no justice.
Well, maybe there will be AR1's justice. AR1 needs to take down the hated boss of Authority Corp, who recently, unfortunately, just lost Tuber. Yes, they fire. Oh!
There he is!
AR1!
Alex Ryan Wonzik has entered the ring.
Our likes and follows are shooting up right now.
He's stepping in with the Big Boss.
These will be the 2 facing off at Cowabunga for the championship.
And
He's got
raising
it.
that title defiantly in the Big Boss's face. AR1 wants you to know that he's the champion, and our sponsors want you to know that they've got stuff you can purchase.
Wait, not just Snickers and Visual Concepts?
There are other ones to be named later.
Hope it's on Wheats.
Listen, you ever just hungry, not just hungry, but you're horny, like you're with your dude and you got hands and you want that jumbo coconut scampi and you want that crunchy and like you ever like out in the water and you see like fucking floating bugs and you're like, I want to eat that sea vermin shit, and you fucking eat it.
Get your ass to Wendy's. Fuck Arby's.
Breakfast, the most important meal of the day, but what does a day even mean anymore? What does important even mean? Face it, love is dead and so is breakfast. So for these pointless days, there's our pointless new cereal. On Wheats, the cereal for when nothing matters anymore. On Wheats is made from whole grain wheat and fields that are as vast and soul-crushing as a world without answers. On Wheats contains essential vitamins like, B, R, Q, W, whatever, who cares? We're all just on a march to the grave. Just add milk and On Wheats gives you the strength you need to just go right back to bed, because really, what's the fucking point? So try new On Wheats. It's the negative existentialism you can eat.
Blockbuster Brit. You should have known you couldn't have beat me.
But how?
Because I knew that you couldn't have
But I don't understand.
Of course you don't. You see, you're no hero at all. You're just the makings of my own creation. That's right. Once I knew that Indiana's main character energy just couldn't cut it for TWO, I knew I had to go dark. Evil. I was determined to become the most devious villain that TWO had ever seen. But what good is a villain without a hero to battle? And that's when I started to think long and hard, and I remembered something. Something from my childhood. I was at a video store once and bumped into a young girl. We dropped our movies. See, I was renting Gone with the Wind, and she was renting Speed. She laughed at me and called me a nerd, and that is when I swore off blockbuster films for good. So imagine my surprise when I found you there years later, but now as an employee, still showing car chases and crashes on the screen. And that is when I discovered the hero that I had been seeking. Blockbuster Brit.
But but what about all those people who cheered me on and called me their hero?
You simple fool, also my creation. You see, I didn't get rid of Indiana completely. I honed in on her acting skills. And all those people supporting you, why, it's just me and my acting. Elder Millennial, me. Tarot Reader, me. Frat Dude, Teeny Bopper, Mega Fan, me. You see, you only became a hero because I made you believe you were one.
You did all that for me?
Yes, all part of my diabolical plan.
That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me.
What?
I was a nobody. But you turned me into the people's hero. And great acting skills, by the way.
Well, I did have fun making all those explosions. I mean, I guess I do see why you enjoyed them so much.
Hey, Anna, this might sound stupid. Do you want to be friends?
Friends? Well, I don't have a lot of those. You know, all those evil shenanigans I played on DW. Friends? Yes. I think I'd like that.
Partners, even.
Who knows? Maybe even the greatest cinematic duo to grace the DWO stage.
Clubs to the back as Artemis T. Demoulas. Pump Angel Slam set up and just takes her over. Out! Wait!
What? Rita
the
Tom
lights-
with that mommy magic?
I am so upset. Oh, that is the godmother!
The fairy godmother has the back of Rita Tom!
Just absolutely clobbering her. And the lights are out. I don't know where Jacoby was for that, but now Rita Tom in the driver's seat.
A molten elbow.
Dropping her. And 1, 2, 3.
And that
Rita
is
Tom,
enough.
Coupon Mom gets the win. And the locker room is still all in this. Anyone can still win this round robin tournament, tainted though this victory may be.
Grabbing R's head, which is kind of close to where I think the heart is. Oh, and then over-the-shoulder slam directly onto some kind of ancillary heart in R's neck.
Oh, there may be Whoa, right, where'd it go? What's happening? Where am I? Somebody turn the lights back on. It's the Godmother!
Oh my goodness, this is shocking. Godmother coming in all of a sudden. Grosser has gotten her out of the ring, though.
No. Uh-oh. It's Mega Dragonford now! The Proud Sleuth with a chokeslam! But, where am I? But, who's telling me I suck?
Oh, and now R back into the ring. Oh my goodness. Even with help, if R gets this win, what an impressive upset it would be.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, it's a pin!
Cover! And that is it!
She got her!
Yes, did R get help? Absolutely. Yes, was it immoral? Absolutely. But in this business, a win is a win is a win, and that is the most, that is the biggest statistical upset we have seen maybe all season.
Ciao, my little bambinos and bambinas. I am here in a bigger Italy. I was enjoying my days off and enjoying a little vacation, no? But now, I gotta get out of here and go back to Boston to take care of an ogre. Now I gotta be the bad guy and show what's up. Show what's up.
Maybe you've heard of the so-called secret menu at Mermaid Coffee. Well, forget it. It's a bullshit idea made up by assholes who want their baristas to have to learn more drinks than the 600 we already know. That being said, I made my own secret menu, just for Two. First up, from week 1 of the tournament, we have Rita Tom Coupon Mom, the most conformist in the league. For you, Rita, I've made a chocolate cookie frap. Basic drink for a basic bitch. Next up, from week 3, Artemis T. Demoulis, aka The Grocer. And she kicked my ass. Then took out the garbage when Rita Tom came out to taunt me. But she does have an advantage. Toxic waste superpowers. So in honor of her, I've made the famous blue drink. What's in it? It's 100% pure Ernex, which is a cleaner that basically gives you the taste and side effects of bleach. I figure the Grocer can't become more mutated than she is already, right? In week 4 of the tournament, I destroyed the Godmother. For her, I made a Cafe Macchiato Caldo, a solo espresso with a little foamed milk. Espresso was invented in Italy, but Italians only drink 1 shot of espresso at a time. Oh, I forgot to tell you my drink. It's 6 long shots over ice, because I'm an American badass. Week 5. I got pretty banged up in my match with R. R, I still owe you a beating in the ring. But outside the ring, any friend of Tubers is a friend of mine. So for R, a pink drink. Favorite of Barbies everywhere. In week 9, I faced Tuber the couch potato, and they gave me one hell of a fight, but I survived. For Tuber, I have an oatmeal lavender tea latte. No caffeine, so it's perfect for nap time. Tuber, come into Mermaid Coffee and your latte will be on me anytime. Don't tell corporate. It all comes down to this. 4 remaining competitors in a fatal 4-way. This is how it's going to go down. R, nothing personal, but Decaf cannot win this fight. Godmother, you're about to learn what American coffee culture is all about. Grocer, I know you had championship dreams too, but your dream is about to go up in flames. Only one can win, and that one is BMD. And remember to tip your baristas. Or else.
Disclaimer. Any secret menu items discussed in this promo can only be ordered from Barista Megan Dragon Fruit's Mermaid Coffee location. If you order any of these drinks from a different Mermaid Coffee location, your barista will judge you harshly. Any offers made by Barista Megan Dragon Fruit are null and void in the District of Columbia.
What's up, non-market basket shopping motherfuckers?
Me! That's what's up! You'll notice anytime I get really fucking mad when I don't win, I keep getting bigger? And it's just gonna keep happening. And let me make 2 things perfectly clear. 1, I don't like any of yous. B, I especially don't like the Godmother!
Deuce Silverado alongside Carl Featherbottom, and we are at what we call Murderer's Ridge.
Yeah, this is the Werner Herzog Memorial Platform, and Bad Brad still
just falling into the light. Bad Brad,
is he still alive?
He's there. He does seem to still be alive.
Movement. We got signs of life.
He is moving. We've taken safety precautions after the last 2 people who were thrown into that. Oh, poor Bad Brad. But he, I believe, has accepted the challenge and will be facing Cyclops at Cowabunga. But right now, the women's round robin tiebreaker, Megan Dragonfruit, R, the Grocer, Godmother. So much on the line. So many intertwined stories. The Godmother messing with the grocer, Megan Dragonfruit, making friends with the former Tuber and the current R. Everything is tied together. Everything will tear us apart. Carl!
Cowabunga, man! That's the only word I can say at this point is cowabunga, because the winner of this Fatal 4-Way will face Evil Anna, who retained her championship tonight, and they will face off at Cowabunga. And this is, in many ways, the people's favorite. This is the most experienced wrestler in TWO, perhaps, in number of fights. She is a winner. She is a complete wrestler. She is toxic. She is insane, but she is a delight. It's Artemis Demoulas.
And you can see the look in her eyes. She feels as though she should have already had this sewn up and that she should be on the way to that match at Cowabunga. But she is now going to have to defeat 3 other women to make sure she gets that title shot.
That's a lot of aisles to clean up, but if there's one person who can do it, it's that semi-human grocer.
That's right, she'll be able to produce results.
Hey, and are you excited about this next wrestler?
I are!
R is also what pirates say, and R is a life form that is not human, but is gradually learning to do it, mainly through wrestling and watching Barbie.
And as you can tell, she has not learned grief yet. Still very spry for having recently had her friend exploded in a microwave.
That's right. You know, as a water-based life form from the one of the moons of Enceladus, all of her species just continue on eternally through the water cycle.
So maybe has not learned that. Maybe assumes the tuber will come back as like starch rain or something. Here is the godmother.
Starch rain is one of the impacts of climate change, I'm pretty sure.
There we go. And here is the godmother. You could say engineered this match that we're having tonight with her interference in Artemis T. Demoulas' matches.
Yeah, playing this women's division in this round robin tournament like puppets, commanding things in many ways to go the way she wanted. It all amounts to this, but it's all for naught if she doesn't win tonight.
And she knows it, and she is preparing for it. And she's got a swagger. Look at the way she approaches the corner there. She also clearly unbothered by the explosion of Tuber.
Right. The overheating, the expansion of Tuber's fibers, the drying up of Tuber's skin that we all witnessed. And we are all living in a post-Tuber world. And here comes Megan Dragonfruit.
Megan Dragonfruit, the barista with the mosta, and with
the
a
barista
Scola
that's
on
a
her
bista. The barista that's a treatsta.
The barista that's a cheetah.
The coffee maker that is a death creator.
The caffeine flinger that is a pretty good singer.
The Java roaster that's an impressive boaster.
The bean jockey that loves her some hockey.
The maker of cafe that gets an A.
The puller of the espresso that does it the besto.
The server of Ventis, whose wins are almost up to 20.
The name on the cup writer that is a house of fire.
The cold brew deconcentrator who is as strong as a Terminator.
The jockeyer of caramel macchiato that shuns gelato.
The person who collects tips with a probably normal pair of nips.
Yeah. person about to form a union that likes to be the big spoonin'.
And she wants to be the big spoon of the women's division of TWO, and she's got 25% of a chance to get it tonight. To Silverado.
Segway Carl Featherbottom.
There's always a way out, and it's just not continuing the bit.
Who knew? And we are off, and the Godmother, Hurricane Riding Artemis T. Demoulas are sending Megan Dragonfruit into the corner, breaking up a quick pin attempt from the Godmother, who thought she was going to steal this one real fast. Remember, this is first pin or submission wins. There are no disqualifications, and the winner takes on Evil Anna at Cowabunga!
The finale of Season 3 of TWO, a free per-view, if you will, and a 3 per-view for Season 3. We've been together for months, you, me, the Professor, JJ, Romanov, and all of the TW fans in the chat, on Visual Concepts, in the crowd tonight at the Boston Dome, and we are all excited for Cowabunga!
I'm so excited for Cowabunga, I can't even call this action. It's moving too fast. Who's doing what? Artemis T. Demoulas rocking up with the Godmother, who hits her with a code breaker, but gets drop kicked by Megan Dragonfruit. A second drop kick from Megan Dragonfruit, and she's got the Godmother all alone in the ring. If she can stop taunting and get her down. No, she can't.
And
the Godmother found that window. In the meantime, on the outside,
they cleaned up the ring so that we can call it. I appreciate that effort, but an effort that wasn't successful. No, it was the Godmother's move right there.
Yeah, a little half Hurricane Rana there. In the meantime, on the outside, Artemis T. Demoulas taking it to R, but no, R is on her way out. Wow, the Godmother works on the ankle of Megan Dragonfruit.
Now, a half Hurricane Rana, as someone like myself who knows the names of every wrestling move, that is, there are two types. One is a Hurricane, and one is a Rana.
Hurricane Rana, and then like a half, just because she was on her knees.
Yeah, and no, but you have to say half of the word. It's
Hurricane.
A wrestling thing. You wouldn't know.
And here comes the Shovel of Doom. And Artemis T. Demoulas finding the mark. 1, 2, no! As Megan Dragonfruit not gonna let her steal this match with a shovel, she's gonna have to do it with some wrestling. And she is obliging Megan Dragonfruit there at that big boot.
And TWO fans, if you like the insane action of this fatal four-way, you are going to love Cowabunga. All sorts of crazy matches coming. And so you will just have to stick here on Sunday, May 26th. Cowabunga here on 2MB Studios, TWO, Cowabunga.
And R on the outside, absolutely destroying Megan Dragonfruit, sending her into the steps and then German suplexing her onto the hardest part of the floor.
And meanwhile, the Godmother taking care of Artemis Demoulas in the ring on top of a shovel.
And now using that shovel as a weapon and right into the head a second time. Misses the third one.
Clearly concussing the Grocer.
And now a roll up and a stomp.
Roll up and stomp. That was a Ludacris song, I think.
She calls that one New Heels. And we are trying to get some kind of a flow to this matchup. Nobody's letting anybody stay in control for long. And that big lariat may be what keeps R from doing it.
And if there's anyone who can give a flow, can give a rhythm to this match, it is the Grocer, Artemis Demoulas. She's been in chaotic situations before, in the ring and in the store.
Back body drop connecting. In the meantime, no! Missing is the Godmother. She went for that gang, and then Carl had an expression.
Sorry, but Artemis Demoulas had Megan Dragonfruit almost to a 3 count.
And I missed it because I was watching the wrong part of this match.
And as one of our fans says in the crowd, girl, nuh-uh.
And now, back to two competitors inside the ring. Megan Dragonfruit and R erstwhile friends, but not when there's poison ranas and a chance at the championship on the line.
No, more like worstwhile friends the way this fight's going.
And now, springboard dropkick connects on R as the Godmother working her way back in, but Artemis has a bat and just wailing on Megan Dragonfruit and a pin.
But the Godmother
The
saw it this
Godmother,
time.
sharp eye. She sees everything. You're gonna have to work quicker than that. She did not see R coming in with the Bulldog, though.
No, I mean, the glasses, they are not wraparound, so there are parts of her periphery that she is not Hawkeye. This could do it, though.
Yeah, she got the Space Ghost coast to coast, and I could not see where the count was.
I think it was probably Jacoby who broke it up.
Who knows in this match? And the shovel is out, and Artemis with a shovel to the gut from R. Megan Dragonfruit clotheslining R, pulling her back up, sending her back down again. There's no
Now
friendship
alone in the
here
ring.
anymore. Zip line into the drop kick, and Megan Dragonfruit going up top.
This could be her
Middle
moment.
rope, missing with that drop kick. R.
Megan Dragonfruit, my barista, failing to capitalize on her opportunity right there. Could that be her undoing? That reopens the door for all these other competitors.
And R has her set up. Megan Dragonfruit fighting out of that powerbomb situation. Hitting her
Yeah,
with the
don't count
clothesline.
out a barista.
And we've got... No, we don't have
No
anything.
counts.
R breaking up the attempts to even count. That's
A
smart
zero
from R.
count.
No disqualification. So if you jostle the referee to keep it from counting, it's still... That was a clock to the head with a bat. One.
hurrying in that time.
And now...
Jacoby scurrying in like a squirrel, or a chipmunk, or a mouse, or a rat.
R with the combination
Or a chinchilla,
move there.
or a gerbil,
The
or a
crash
hamster.
landing, however, Megan Dragonfruit breaking things up. Unable to connect with that springboard.
Now,
And
I don't say
slammed
any...
onto the bat, and that could do it. 1, 2, no. R survives. Megan Dragonfruit has no idea what to do next. The
Do
Godmother's on the
Silverado,
outside.
who has the advantage right now? Who is the best wrestler this far?
At this point, I think Megan Dragonfruit may have a slight edge over everyone, but that may change in a moment as Artemis powerbombs R, and if she can get... No, she's going to make sure everybody stays down. Pump handle on. And tossed over.
Oh,
that is...
Right onto the bat. Right onto the shovel. Artemis using the materials around her to her advantage.
And that is something else. And we are all over, but it is R. It is Megan Dragonfruit. No, the Godmother's on her feet. Everyone's on their feet again, not for long.
And all back in the ring. This chaos
no count there.
continues. It's like a
So many
whole
things
horse
happening.
fire sauce.
Springboard elbow connects on Megan Dragonfruit. R now with a lot of momentum. Hits that enziguri on Megan Dragonfruit. Now trying to put the Godmother away with something.
And R.
Rolling her around. Pele kick connects. But so does the clothesline to the back of her head.
And Megan Dragonfruit once again alone in the center of the ring. Will she squander this opportunity? Oh, Artemis
She's got the bat.
breaks
No,
it up.
caught by Artemis T. Demoulas, who is just beats her onto the... Oh, and R
Tossing
now
her
driving over the
out like spoiled eggs.
Like so many spoiled eggs, which are not sentient, unlike potatoes, or at least one particular potato. Roll up, get it.
Or like water-based life forms from outer space.
Also sentient.
Apparently.
Yeah, as it turns out. That's what we've
And
learned.
Megan Dragonfruit, baristas we all knew were sentient. That's why we tip them.
And she, the Godmother getting her, and Jacoby in the middle of the action, in the way of everyone, and now the Godmother.
That man is always in the middle of the action. He likes to take some punishment.
Oof. The Godmother was in control for just a moment, but now R has her into that Northern Light suplex.
And I would say if there is a second
And the crash
top
landing
contender
connects.
right now, it's
And
R.
Jacoby
R has
might
pulled
be
off a
out.
lot.
Jacoby
If
is
no one can-
out. Artemis T. Demoulas just walloped Jacoby to keep this match from ending.
And maybe we could bring in Dillard. If Jacoby is out, is Dillard in the locker room? Someone check on Dillard.
Is that where Megan Dragonfruit went? Did she went to go look for a referee?
That has to be it.
Oh,
She
there
wants
she
to
is.
win. Oh, no,
She
there
is.
she is. Just a different thing. Jacoby looking like he's possessed by a demon, and I think his neck is broken. Nope, it's back to normal. That's a human.
And now, a spear into the corner from Artemis T. Demoulas, the grocer, choking out Megan Dragonfruit in the corner. This is legal.
It's all legal. There are no disqualifications in this fatal four-way. Hopefully not actually fatal, because we've already experienced one loss of life tonight, and I can't emotionally cope with another. And by emotionally cope, I mean block out.
Now, Snake Eyes to the Godmother. Artemis ducking under an attack and clotheslining the mess out of Megan Dragonfruit.
And there is
And now-
a lot of blood being splattered across that TWO. You can't see it because it's red.
A series of kicks. The Godmother's rolled out. Artemis and Megan Dragonfruit fighting for an advantage. Megan Dragonfruit has her up
with the upper hand.
And she has got the You Get Decaf, and R coming in to break things up.
At the last moment, R putting together everything she's learned about being human and a wrestler.
1, 2, whoa! Kick out from Megan Dragonfruit. The Godmother a little bit late, but Megan Dragonfruit got her out on his own. On her
Godmother
own.
slow on the uptake there. She's been knocked silly. She might be having the toughest time in this four-way, but she anybody can still take it. Anybody can come back if they find it within them.
And she did. She avoided that aerial assault. And now she's got R in a bad way. Drop kick to the back of Artemis's head.
She's going
Tripped
for
over
everybody.
Artemis going after Megan Dragonfruit, but still able to.
The Godmother who orchestrated this fatal four-way, now the last person standing, going to get more weaponry. Oh no, it's the hockey stick!
She's got the hockey stick. She's gonna go full Casey Jones on all of them.
And this is
Artemis
the hockey
Tatum
stick that was wielded against
Or
Michael
Floyd
Romano
took
when he
4
lost his
hits
arm.
to the head with that hockey stick. That is 8 cumulative minutes in the box for the Godmother in any normal circumstance. But now
not
R
tonight.
with the hockey stick. And taking
the
it
hockey
back
stick,
to the
arguably
Godmother.
the hardest stick out there because it doesn't break like the kendo stick.
Yeah, that kendo stick would have been splattered by now. But Megan Dragonfruit, stick or no stick, back in control. Drop kick connects. She's got to cover. 1, 2, no!
Oh my
Artemis
gosh,
T.
Megan
Demoulas
Dragonfruit.
just
Almost-
conscious enough to break that up.
She was a millisecond away from punching her ticket to the title match at Cowabunga.
And instead, Artemis T. Demoulas was punching the back of R's head, but Megan Dragonfruit grabs her again. Drop kick connects. Hockey
Silverado,
stick
I have
in
never
hand.
seen a match like this.
I have not. The hockey stick just exploded too.
Oh my God, we've got splinters in the ring.
And the Godmother's in a sleeveless dress.
Thank God at least they're wearing shoes. Keep Yogi Terror out of here.
Megan Dragonfruit with a bat, absolutely clobbering the Godmother, who manages to get out with a rear view.
And a swing and a miss for Megan Dragonfruit. Go back to making coffee, maybe. What? And a vag punch from Megan Dragonfruit.
1, 2, 3, and that did it! That low blow has put Megan Dragonfruit into a match against Evil Anna at Cowabunga for the Women's World Championship. Carl, could you have seen it coming?
I at many times tonight, thought Megan Dragonfruit had a chance, lost it, but in the chaos of this match with Artemis Demoulas and R outside of the ring, she found the strength within herself to grab the Godmother's chocha and pin her.
And there it is. She is proud, all right. Proud that she's going to be in a main event matchup.
Megan Dragonfruit going to Cowabunga with title dreams in her eyes.
And
there she is.
She's wasting no time getting an advantage.
The sweat from her match against Blockbuster Britt still on her brow, but Evil Anna up to more nefarious deeds.
Join us for Cowabunga in 2 weeks on a Sunday, so not quite 2 whole weeks.
It's 12
This
days.
has been Pantheon.
Thank you
We have
all.
had a great season 3. We are on our way to a finale at Cowabunga. Is there anything left to say, Carl?
Yes, I would love to have just one night on your houseboat so I could actually get some rest before Cowabunga.
We will see what we can do. I make no promises. I still want to see if that fit can float.
The fit might float, and if the fit floats, wear it all the way to Cowabunga on Sunday, May 26th, here on Twitch in 2MB Studios with TWO. Championships will be won. War games will be fought. And we will probably see more private parts punched.
That's what wrestling's all about.
Love you.
Oh, man. Ooh, that was a tough one. That was good. That Cyclops really, put the potatoes to me, as the kids like to say. But, no, it was good. I'm just now, I'm icing down my wounds here a little bit. And, the doctors in the back were good enough to, take me up a little bit. They said my ribs were literally trying to escape from my body. So, just trying to keep that under control. But, it's all good. I'm sure Dick Zeus is just trying to help me, well, I'm sure he's trying to teach me to, I try very hard to be what people want me to be. Just stiff upper lip, smile through it. But, Dick Zeus brings me in, and then he puts me in a tag tournament with no partner, and I keep smiling. And he puts me in a second tournament, doesn't explain what's going on, and I keep smiling. And then he poisons me with peanuts, and I keep smiling. And then he turns me into an accidental drug dealer, and I keep... the last thing she said to me before she left was, "Brad, for once in your goddamn life, I wish you'd stand up for yourself." Maybe she had a point. Hey. See, I know you were trying to scare me, Dick Zeus, I get that. But maybe I'm too stupid to be scared. See this? Solid, cold, unforgiving steel. I've become very accustomed to it since your boy Cyclops introduced it to me. But this is where you made your mistake, Dick Zeus. Because at Cowabunga, when I faced your bully Cyclops in a ladder match, there's no pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualifications, no referees, Jacoby, missing a rope break conveniently. And no more living a life of quiet desperation. Because the only way to win a ladder match is to do something I've never done in my entire life. And that's to reach out for an opportunity and to take it. Because I need this, Dig Zeus. For my sons, I need this so that for once in their lives, they admire their father. I need to reach out and grab that brass ring that's always eluded me. Ugh. 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 And I'm gonna get it. I have to get it. Ugh. And a cowabunga! I will grab this. This contract will belong to me. And I will have a guaranteed contract. And you won't be able to threaten my job anymore. You won't be able to threaten my place here in Titan Wrestling Online anymore. This will be mine. And my sons will know how hard I will fight for them. But if I lose, no more. You'll have your wish, Dig Zeus. No more Bad Brad Richardson. I won't be your problem anymore. And everyone else will get what they want. So, I'll see you there. Because everyone needs somewhere they belong. And Bad Brad Richardson belongs in Titan Wrestling Online.